Miami, like the South, that was the easiest. Um, they had the easiest missions. Midwest, they were alright, but the South had easier missions. Mountain States, the only reason they're hard is because majority of the missions there were raid spec. Like you had to drive a raid spec car and destroy crates. But yeah, I made this, my Nissan Skyline now can reach up to 391 kilometers an hour. And I figured out last night that the Nissan Skyline's one of the fastest circuit rate cars in the game.
Is that what they said?
Yep. My faction won the faction war today. Oh, we get our whoever wins faction war is allowed to keep playing the faction and the faction missions, and we get an extra. Those who do it, who are allowed to keep playing it. Like if your thing wins, you get an extra XP boost and money. Like it boosts it for you every time you do a faction thing, like mission. So where you're meant to get like 10,000, you can get at least 20,000 in a mission. That's XP. Money, if you get 10,000 money from the mission, then you usually get like, it'll usually get you like, do the police missions. That or start doing PvP. And try to get platinum trophy for the entire game. Oh, no, 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 no. Go, go, go. Yeah, I'm doing this to make money. This gets me 11,662 XP and $6,000 Well, bucks is what they're called on this. Yeah. It's a dirt spec car. Subaru something. Oh no, I'm nowhere near having all the cars. I had a little head start getting most of the cars, that's only because I had season pass, but other than that, I'm nowhere near having all of them. Because most of the expensive ones are like $1 million each. A Hummer in this game costs $1 million. The fastest car, the most expensive car in the game is 1,075,000. What's that diamond? I'll take it. Yeah, on the part it had some diamond thing for a bonus, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Now I do it again. Keep doing this. Since it's boosted and there's only, I got a couple of days to exploit the fuck out of this. I can go back to do story missions, but and get XP that way, but I really don't want to. If I wasn't as high level as I am now, and I was doing this, it'd get me up a level every time. Until I'm level. If so, say if Job did this, which he can't because his faction didn't win. Yeah, if Job was able to do this with boosted XP on the mission and money, he'd get a level every time until he was level 50, then he'd have to do it like 10 times. For me, since I'm started doing this mission on level 55, I've got to do it like 20 times before I level up. Or 15. The higher level you are when you do all these missions, it's harder it is to get XP. Well, it's not hard, it's just hard getting up a level. Oh yeah, and I've been busy leveling up my cars, so that's, yeah. That's why this car's level 932.
This one's max level now.
No, 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 no. No, it's nowhere near being maxed. Like the max level for a car is like 1,800, like close to 2,000.
What do you want that one?
This car or my Nissan? 1,000 and something. I think I'm close to 1,100 or 1,200. Most of the cars I want to level up are close to 1,000. The cars I don't really want to level up, they're stuck on like fucking 500. And they're gonna take a while to level up. Like if I was doing this mission in my hot rod, which I could do it in my hot rod, I wouldn't have anywhere near as much crates destroyed in this much amount of time. Because of how slow it goes. It's not slow, it's more, I built it wrong. I put a little bit of everything into it. Where in dirt cars you kind of want to do handling. It's like drag racing cars, you want grip. In any drag racing car on this game you want grip. For any circuit you want like speed and acceleration. For speed you want acceleration. People in racing games will say you want speed, but no, that's what your NOS is for. People get it wrong every time. You want to get your acceleration up in drifting cars.
What was that message that you just said? Wrong.
He was saying that you want to do your speed and nothing else besides speed in a drifting car. And all of his controls and the way he built the car was entirely different from the way I would do it. Like the way I do it wouldn't be anywhere near as bad as his. Like he put speed in a drifting car that doesn't need speed. With drifting cars you want acceleration so you can take off. And then when every time you go around a corner after doing a drift, you can like after going to do a new corner, you have that acceleration bonus to give you that extra power to start off with the speed. Well, not speed, to do it fast. Whereas he was saying that the only pretty much all he said was the only thing you want to do is get speed for this car. You don't need speed, that's what your NOS is for. You use your NOS halfway through the drift so your tires can spin a little bit more. And so you can go around it better. Yeah, it says in the thing in the top left hand corner it'll say like destroy 115 out of like 221 or whatever. It says like 121.
Oh, so
You don't destroy the amount. Yeah. Oh yeah, in every mission I can do, or not even missions, like factions, crates, and all that. If Job was focusing more on leveling up, all he'd have to do is go do like 15 crates, and he'd be level 50. That's all I did. How I got so high was by doing crates. Any crate I could do, I was doing, and I didn't even know what crates were. Oh yeah, I finished the crate and got a Corvette.
Oh, you go back.
It's actually alright because it's one of the fastest drag racing cars out there, so I turned it into a drag racing car. Actually, I didn't know that it was one of the fastest drag racing cars at the time. I just upgraded it to drag racing because I wanted a drag racing car, and a Corvette seemed more realistic as a drag racing car than a Porsche. Yeah, see, look at my money now. I had 136 when I first started.
Let's see. Yeah. Is it the 1,000?
No, that's no the white one above it. So when I started, I had 136 bucks. I've now got 364 in just 2 runs. This will be my third, and then I'll probably go up to 400,000 or close to it.
I think you should buy
I'd have to do this, or I'd have to do this like 10, 15 times before I'm able to get that car. And it's actually most expensive is actually one of the fastest cars in the game. Like, yeah. Like, you can only put 2 specs on it, and that's perf and circuit.
Oh wow, that is a little fast.
All of the cars that have 1 million besides the Hummer have just 2, which is perf and circuit. The main car I want is one of my favorite cars in the world. It's the Pagani Zonda R. On the Zonda track, because Pagani actually made a track for Zonda. That's why the Zonda was created, for that track. Like, you put it on any track, it'll go slower. Like a fucking Mini Cooper with NOS could beat it. Because of the tires, they made their tires specifically for that track. So if they ever did a race, they'd pull out the Zonda and it'd be a Bugatti Veyron on steroids. On the Zonda track, it beats the Bugatti Veyron. That's why when Pagani challenged Bugatti Veyron to a speed trial to see what car is fastest, Bugatti Veyron said, well, I'm not gonna do the challenge on your track. We'll do it on our track. So Pagani did, and yeah, the Zonda lost. It was the second fastest car in the world at the time, a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago. 2-3 years ago. And now Deathbane thinks his favourite car in Gran Turismo is the fastest car in the world, which it isn't. Bugatti still have that title, sadly. I'd really love to see Pagani with the title of the world's fastest car, but don't see that happening anytime soon, unless if the Pagani steals the blueprint of the Bugatti Veyron motor engine block. Oh, well actually it's not even the Bugatti Veyron that's as fast. It's like some Bugatti. There's this, yeah, it's like a Bugatti Hurricane or some shit. That's the fastest. They just, people think it's the Bugatti Veyron because it's the most. When someone thinks of a Bugatti Veyron, what do, like, not even a Bugatti Veyron, what do you think when you hear about a Bugatti? What's the first? Alright. Really? You've never heard of Bugatti? Do you have the Nissan ZR3? Z30? Oh. How'd you get that? I wanna give it. Hand it over. I'd love to own a Nissan. Ooh. So you got like you got a pocket rocket on steroids. Oh yeah. Oops. Mini Cooper. Cadillac. I don't know what I don't know what a hybrid thing is. I don't. Yeah. Most cars aren't these days. Well, most Nissans aren't high compression. Have to do it yourself. My brother-in-law's well, not best friend. I don't know if he's his best friend, but they own a Nissan Skyline, and it's the F something like that. I don't know what kind of Skyline it is, but it's really old, like really old version Skyline. Like older than my mama. Oh, a Nissan that Jaren owns. It's old, mum. It's probably the same age as you. Yeah. I make fun of my mum sometimes. It's funny. Until I get told to shut up. Which is 98% of the time. That other 2%, she's not listening. selective hearing. You own one. Because it's a brilliant fucking car. Oh, not really, because the Nissan Skyline Z34 it was made for racing. Like, you don't, like, yeah, 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 yeah. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Fucking, I don't know, like, I like Skyline. I never really used to like a Skyline, but when I saw my brother-in-law's friend's Skyline, I was just like, oh my god, yes, I want. Even though his hood is completely different to the color of his actual car. He's got a white hood with a red car. You wouldn't think that it would like purr and rev as much as it does and spit out flames from the fucking exhaust as much as it does, because you'd like look at it and you're like, oh yeah, it's just an old shitty Skyline, but when you hear it you're like, fucking hell, what do you put in that? Like, imagine the noise of the Skyline on this game that I've got as a circuit. Imagine that, but in my brother-in-law's friend's car. Oh well, you've heard a racing car, like you've heard a Nissan on steroids with turbo. It goes, and then when you hear the flames, it's like, it's just fucking cannon. Yeah, yeah, that's what his sounds like, but on steroids. So I should have like 480,000, maybe 500, maybe 400, might be 500, don't know. To be honest, I thought if they put the restart option, I thought they'd make it so you can't get XP or money back from them. You don't be able to do it once and once only, like any other racing game. Because when you retry it on any other racing game, it like takes away your points and shit. Then you gotta try and beat it. Yeah, I've almost got 500,000. I'm getting $66,000 per 10 minute, like every 6 or so minutes, because I'm finishing it in 3 minutes. I almost missed that crate back there because I sneezed and my eyes went like, don't you hate that? You sneeze and your eyes like, you know what, yes, I don't want you to be open, so just close your eyes and hope for the best. Like, Hey, Toshi boy. Hey, Toshin. Tyson's my sister's dog. He's black, like full black with a purple tongue. Like,
Sounds like a cow.
he's like black. Like, you put him in a dark room, even in daytime, you put him in a black, like, put him on a black fucking carpet, you won't see him. You won't see him. Unless if he looks up and looks at you, then you won't know he's there. They've got Simba, which is the older dog out of the both, and then there's Tyson. He's a puppy. He doesn't look like a puppy, but he is.
It's a couple for a while. With other adults.
What the fuck? What the fuck? My game.